Hi, hello, welcome back to our channel. Myself J. Taslima Nasrin from GK Jim High Secondary School, Roybrum. So in last video, I have uploaded about here we are in standard 12 and the subject is biozoology. So in last video, I have discussed about the sexual reproduction, that is the first chapter, reproduction in organisms. Under that, in last video, we had seen sexual reproduction and parthenogenesis. Those important things we had been discussed in last class. So in today's class we are going to see another important topic called asexual reproduction. So in last video itself I have told you about the definition of asexual reproduction. I hope you all remember that. Yes. So single parent without gamete formation. So there will not be involvement of two parents. There is only one single parent without gamete formation. Gamete will not be formed. Ova and sperm will not be formed here. So that is what the asexual reproduction. So make a note on this. It will be easy for you to while revising. So please make a note. Single parent without gamete formation. So only single parent will involve and the gametes will not be formed here. Gamete means what? Ova and sperm. Yes. So under asexual reproduction, there are four main important things are there. First one is fission. Second one is budding. Third one is fragmentation. And the final one is regeneration. So fission is a big topic. We will be seeing fission at the last end of the video. Now we will be seeing the budding, fragmentation and regeneration. So budding. What is budding actually? We all know the flower will bud, right? Yes. So that process is happens in animals. So we have taken the example as sponges. Sponges is a marine animal. We all well know about the sponges. Yes. So I have drawn a simple diagram for you. The sponges will be looking like this. During the process of asexual reproduction, a bud will be growing here. Here in sponges, the bud will be started forming here. Here we all know the skin composed of ectoderm and endoderm layers, right? So when there is a push in the ectoderm and endoderm layers, the bud will be started producing. So that bud will there is a cut in the bud and the bud will be coming as a daughter individual, will be growing as a complete daughter individual. Again I am repeating, complete sponges here. This is the adult sponge. During the time of asexual reproduction, there will be a push in the ectoderm and endoderm layers of the sponge and there will be a bud formation takes place. So at the time when the bud matures, there will be a cut happening in the bud and the bud comes out and it develops as a complete daughter individual. I hope you understood now. Yes. So under the budding process, there is a two main process, exogenous and endogenous. Exo means we all know outside. Endo means we all know it is within the body. So exo means what? The bud is producing outside the sponge body. So this is known as exogenous budding. The bud is produced outside the body, so this is known as exogenous budding. So here, how the endogenous budding is possible? Yes. So within the cytoplasm, within the cytoplasm of the sponges, the budding will be taking place. It cannot come out of the body and it cannot be producing as a daughter individual, but it can stay inside the cytoplasm. This type of budding is known as endogenous budding. So in budding, there are two important things, endogenous and exogenous, and I have explained you by example sponges. Okay, please make a note. It will be very useful during the time of revision. Yes, so now budding is over. So next is fragmentation. For fragmentation, we have taken the example tapeworm. So we are very familiar with this organism, tapeworm, right? So it will be like this. The tapeworm will be looking like this, the rough figure of tapeworm. So here the calyx neck will be there. So here we have seen the fragments, right? fragments we can see here. So the name itself clearly explains the term fragmentation. Here what happens during the time of asexual reproduction, the fragments started breaking. So each fragments will come separately, and that fragments will be developing as a complete daughter individual. So each fragment will be developing as a complete individual, daughter individual, and another organism, another tapeworm organism. Like that it will be start producing. So fragmentation, what the fragments will start producing, the fragments will be started into a complete individual. The fragments, there will be a breakage in the fragments, it will eliminated, then it will produce as a new, it will grow as a new complete daughter individual. So this is all about fragmentation. During the time of asexual individual, each fragments will start coming up and it will develop as a complete new daughter individual. So next we are going to see about regeneration. So we are very familiar with the word regeneration, right? Here we are going to see about two examples, hydra and starfish. So the important terms which we have to remember in regeneration are epimorphosis, reparative and restorative. These are the very important three terms under regeneration. So what is epimorphosis? The replacement of lost body parts. So replacement of lost body parts. So we can take the starfish as an example here. So if we take the starfish as an example, if there is a cut in the starfish, after some time, after the regeneration phase, that is the epimorphosis takes place, the lost part will start growing automatically and the repairism will be happening. So this type of process is known as regeneration. The lost part will be started producing. So here example is hydra and starfish. So epimorphosis means what? Replacement of lost body parts. So make a note of this epimorphosis. So next is a reparative phase. Reparative phase means what? It happens in humans. If we have a wound, after some time the wound will start healing. How the process takes place? The tissue started healing. The tissue started regeneration. So the new tissues will be formed in the area of wounding. So that type of wounds process is known as reparative regeneration. So reparative regeneration, example is humans. If we have a wound, the new tissues will be forming over the wound. So that type of reparative process is known as reparative regeneration. And restorative means starfish. Restorative, if the complete as usual I have stated in epimorphosis, the parts itself will be lost and again it will start at regeneration. So here a general knowledge question I am going to ask you people. In human body, in transplantation, I have also given you clue, transplantation. One body part has the power to regenerate. Can you think and tell me which is the body part that has the power to regenerate in human body? I am talking about our body. So come on, tell me, what is the body part? Yes, come on, think. Anyway, I am going to tell you the answer, but give some work to your mind, Yes, it's lungs. So if the lung transplantation takes, now how the total lungs will not be transplanted. 40% or 10%, 20% of the right lobe or left lobe of the lungs has been transplanted to other person, means our lungs has the power of regeneration. So it will be started growing and the full lungs, they will get the full lungs. The transplanted person will be getting the full lungs to the reparative process. The tissue started growing and all. So in human body, lungs has the ability to regenerate. Yes, this is a general knowledge question. Yes, we'll go into the video. We will go into this. So we have seen about budding, fragmentation and regeneration. Now I hope you are clear about these three topics: budding, fragmentation and regeneration. Okay. So now we are going to deal with a big process called fission. So what is fission actually? This is the first type actually in asexual reproduction. The first type is fission. So now we are going to see the fission. Division of parent body into two or more identical daughter individuals. So for example, if we have a parent body, if we have a parent body, that parent body itself splits up. A single cell splits into two. right? So these two cells will become a daughter individuals. It develops into a complete organism. This is the parent cell. This parent splits into two different cells. That two cells will become as a parent individual, that is daughter individual, into a complete new organism. That is same organism but complete new individual. Okay, so this process is known as fission. Under fission there are many times we are going to see that only now. So asexual reproduction, what and all the things we had seen: fission, budding, fragmentation and regeneration. Okay, I hope these three were clear for you. We are dealing with fission now. Okay, fission is also important and very easy topic. Yes, so under fission there are 5 steps, 5 types we can say like that: binary fission, multiple fission, plasmotomy, strobylation and sporulation. These are the 5 steps which comes, the 5 types which comes under fission: binary, multiple, plasmotomy, strobylation and sporulation. If you put like this, no, if you put the points as a mind map, no, it will be very easy for you. Mug-upping is not the case, you have to learn. So if you learn the concept, no, it will be very easy for you and you will not forget at any time. So it will be very useful for you. I have put it as a mind map. You can also copy down this for your reference. It's just my choice. It's not compulsory. Yes, so fission, how many types? 5 types in the fission: binary, multiple, plasmotomy, strobylation and sporulation. First we are going to see about the binary fission. So what is binary fission? Parent organism divides into 2 halves and each forms a daughter individual. So I have told you, no, for example, we have for binary fission, no, we can say single parent cell is there. It divides into 2. Okay, it divides into 2 and this develops as a complete individual and this develops as a complete daughter individual. So this process is known as binary fission. Now under binary fission there are 4 important things under the binary fission. So simple irregular binary fission, transverse binary fission, longitudinal binary fission and oblique binary fission. Please make a note in this only, you should be very clear. Under fission there are 5 types, okay? Under binary fission there are 4 types. Okay children? Yes. So now we are going to see the simple irregular. Simple irregular I am going to explain with an example. The best example for simple irregular is amoeba. So now we are going to take this as an example, amoeba. So there is an organism that is amoeba. The picture of amoeba I have drawn here. So this is the nucleus of amoeba and this is the vacuole, contractive vacuole, which supplies the oxygen for the amoeba. So here nucleus is there, no, and inside the nucleus only we can see the chromosomes, right? Yes, so just revise the basics. So nucleus, inside the nucleus chromosomes will be there. So here I have put it the diagram to show the chromosomes. So here what happens means the process takes place. What process will be taking place here? If you see this diagram, you have to remember because you have studied in 11th standard only. Mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis, meiosis. Now you have understood, you can recall it. Mitosis and meiosis is what? The cell division, right? Here also the cell division takes place, right? So here in amoeba, the cell division takes place amitotically. That is, cytokinesis takes place. If you recall the 11th syllabus, you can also always relate to my terms. Yes, so if the division takes place amitotically, that is the chromosomes, spindle fibers are formed, the chromosomes started splitting. So now the cleavage takes place and this part develops as a complete amoeba individuals and this part is developing as a one daughter individual. So this is the diagram. So this is what the process takes place in simple irregular binary fission. So I am again repeating, amoeba is there. This is contractive vacuole, that is oxygen supply. I have shown the chromosomes here. Here the amoeba cell division takes place amitotically and the chromosomes started splitting and the new amoeba forms, that is 2 daughter cells are formed, 2 daughter individuals completely develops and splits up and grow into a complete organism. That's it. This is the process of binary fission. Under binary fission we have seen simple irregular. So now we are going to see about transverse, longitudinal, oblique and these 4 types. So it will be very easy, nothing to confuse. Okay, now we'll see it. Continuation of binary fission, we had seen the first type of binary fission, right? Simple and irregular binary fission. Now we are going to see transverse, longitudinal and oblique binary fissions. So transverse binary fission, I have going to explain you with an example. The organism is paramecium, so you can see here. So paramecium has macronucleus and micronucleus. Micronucleus division takes place by mitosis. Micronucleus division takes place by mitosis and the macronucleus division takes place by amitosis, and the division takes place like this. So mitosis and amitosis process, the division takes place, that is the parent divides into two complete daughter cells. Two complete daughter cells and the division will be like this. So here it will be taking place like this. So one paramecium will be this and the other paramecium will be this. So here you have to remember macro means amitosis, micro means mitosis. You have to know that. So this is the oral groove. First step, oral groove will be disappearing. In the later steps, in the cell division, later steps only, it will start regeneration. That is, it will be appearing. It will start growing in the later on generation, and the daughter nucleus will be developed as a complete individual. So second one is longitudinal. Longitudinal binary fission, here I am going to explain you with an example, euglena. Same process takes place, here the transverse section, here the longitudinal section. This way the cell division takes place and the growth will be like this. The daughter cells will split up in this way and this will become as a complete individual and this will become as a complete individual. The same process but the transverse medium and this is longitudinal medium. So next is oblique. Oblique will be takes place in transversal way, that is what we can say parallel way. Oblique is taken place in parallel or slantic way of cell division. So transverse means this way, your longitudinal means this way, and oblique is parallel or slantic way. Yes, so this is all about the binary fission. So under binary fission we had seen simple irregular binary fission, that amoeba. Next is transverse, we had seen paramecium. In longitudinal we have seen euglena, and oblique there is no necessary examples here. Parallel or slantic, the cell division position will be like this, daughter cell formation will be like that. So under fission we have finished with binary fission. Now we are going to see with multiple fission. So multiple fission means what? Repeated fission. Repeatedly the cell division takes place. So here first the nucleus starts dividing and 4 to 5 daughter cells will be produced. Now the cytoplasm starts dividing. Again 4 to 5 daughter cells will be producing. First nucleus division, next cytoplasm division. So many daughter cells will be started producing. Repeated fission. So but the formed daughter cells will not be separate until the complete process stops. Okay, until the completion of the process takes place, the formed daughter cells will not be separating. So after the completion, the formed daughter cells will be developing as a complete individuals. So here there are two important things. In amoeba, we are going to see the example in amoeba. So encystment and amoebulae. So encystment means what? In unfavorable condition, that is in extreme temperature or very low temperatures and all, what it will be happening, in amoeba, outside the nucleus there will be a cyst formation takes place. So that is what known as encystment. So encystment means what? In the nucleus, in the amoeba nucleus there will be a formation called cyst formation. What it happens mean that time the fission does not takes place. So it will not be coming out. It will be staying inside. The cyst will be staying inside the that is in this border only the cyst will be there. So there is no fission takes place. So in amoebulae there is that is in the favorable condition, the number of fissions takes place. No, the new daughter cells will be started producing. So that process is known as amoebulae. So unfavorable condition means encystment, favorable conditions means amoebulae. Okay, so that is what the multiple fission is. So this is what the multiple fission. So now we are going to see about the plasmatomy. Plasmatomy means multinucleated cells. So plasmatomy means multinucleated cells. So multinucleated cells, That is, the parent will have multiple nucleus. All the nucleus will be started producing the daughter cells. So multiple daughter cells will also be started producing. And how the nucleus will be controlled? By nuclear division. So now you have to understand, multinucleated means the parents will have multiple nucleus. So many daughter cells will be started producing. So many nucleus will be there, no? So what it will be happen? The count of the nucleus has to be mentioned, right? So nuclear division started taking place and the nucleus will be maintained. So that is what plasmatomy. So next is strobulation. That is nothing. Transverse fission simultaneously takes place in strobulation. We had seen the transverse fission, right? Yes, this thing continuously, simultaneously taking place. So example for strobulation is aureola. Understood, ma? Very easy thing. So next is sporulation. This is the last type of fission. So sporulation, what happens? I have told you, the encystment here. In multiple fission, I have told you about the encystment. So here also the same encystment takes place. In unfavorable condition, the encystment does not take place here. Unfavorable condition la encystment inga nadakadu. Multiple fission la encystment it will take place, but here the encystment will not be taking place and the nucleus started breaking and all the daughter cells will be produced from the nucleus. Here the nucleus started breaking. Here the nucleus will not be break. Here the encystment will be produced. Here the encystment will not be produced and the nucleus start breaks and the daughter cells will be produced. Here in the favorable condition, this same thing happens. Parents disintegrates. Parents will disappear and the spores, the nuclear divisions will take place and the spore liberates and the daughter cells will be produced. So this is the entire fission now we have explained. So today we had seen about the asexual reproduction completely. I hope you all understood the asexual reproduction. So we'll recall the asexual reproduction once within 2 minutes. I think the video is going too long. Yes, so asexual reproduction means what? The definition we had seen. So under the reproduction, what are the asexual reproduction? What are the 4 things we had seen? Fission we had seen, budding we had seen, fragmentation and regeneration we had seen. So under fission only we had seen so many things. Binary fission. Under binary fission there are 4 types we had seen that. So next multiple fission, plasmatomy, strobulation and sporulation. All the things we had covered in asexual reproduction. If you have any doubts in this video or in any terms, you can comment in the comment section. Surely I will be answering your doubts. As usual, I have telling in all the videos. Yes. So I hope you have the interesting session today and thank you for your patience watching. Make a notes in every video. It will be very helpful while the time of revision. Okay, children, please don't go out for unnecessary things. Stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.